Welcome to the Cincy Postcast. I'm Kevin Wallace, and before we get started with today's episode, I want to tell you about our great friends over at Streetside Brewery, because my goodness, we could not do this without them. Fantastic brewery in Cincinnati, located on the east side of Cincinnati in the Columbia-Tusculum-ish area. Over there, you will find one of the best breweries brewing some of the best beer this city has ever seen. A huge variety of beers, a lovely food selection with the food trucks out front, and just a great friendly staff, lovely atmosphere. Great place to watch a game, great place to pregame before going out, a great place to just grab some chill weeknight drinks, okay? It's a really cool spot. I also love the events going on at Streetside on Saturday, March 21st from 1 to 4 p.m. It is the Streetside Channel Your Flannel event. This is an annual fundraiser for the Save the Animals Foundation, okay? So what more could you possibly want out of a local brewery like that? So a huge thank you to Streetside for sponsoring this episode. And thank you, dear listener, for checking them out. And on today's episode, well, we tried to make this a quick-ish one because we try to catch you up on some FC Cincinnati news. We answer some Patreon voicemails, which is lovely to see that voicemail inbox filling up. And we very briefly give our predictions for the Tigres match, because after the game tomorrow night, we are going live on YouTube, okay? We are going to broadcast live reactions immediately after the match. Depending on how the match goes, that will be a very long show, a very short show, not entirely sure. But we'll see what happens. But there's your rundown for this week. Enjoy this episode, a fun little teaser of a Cincy Postcast. Joining me to talk about all of that and more, I'm joined by two gentlemen who have promised me, they have not promised me, a shorter episode today. Joined by the Chief, joined by Grayson. Chief, let's start off this shortened episode by saying justice to Afroman. We did it. Justice is alive and well
I
in
think
America.
That if I'm Jeff Birding today, the first phone call I'm making is to Mr. Afroman to find out if he has plans on Sunday at around 1:06 p.m. We've been talking about a way to get the swag back for the pregame sword pull. Fresh off of victory.
Oh my God.
Defending the First Amendment in these great United States. In an era where perhaps the Constitution is, we'll say a threatened. What's not like the endangered species, but it's on the watch list.
It's on the watch list. Yeah.
In an era where we're having some uncomfortable conversations about the state of our great Constitution, we have a man in the region who is standing up for those rights we hold so dear as Americans. Afroman for the sword pull. I think it would be electric. And then what would be great too? You can get him in the Bailey afterwards. I'm sure Afroman knows his way around a megaphone or a drum.
My God.
I'm sure Afroman can, I'm sure Afroman knows how to get a crowd of 3,000 strong hype in the middle of a soccer match.
Oh my God.
This is a match made in heaven right here.
Look, as many people as we can get in the stadium who are coming off of a dub.
Yes.
I'm into.
Yeah,
yes.
We need to bring winning vibes into the stadium.
Yeah. Afroman has as many wins this spring as FC Cincinnati does, I
think. we need to start getting tired of winning.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do have 1.5 stipulations for this. The first one, I think it's an obvious one. I think it's an overall win. He has to wear the American flag suit. I think that's a requirement.
Obviously.
Or give him an orange and blue one.
Yeah. Give him a Gary suit.
Like the equivalent of the Cincinnati flag in orange and blue.
Or just whatever he wants to wear, FCC flag over one shoulder, American flag over the other shoulder, walks out, hands him off to the handlers, pulls the sword. Like,
yes.
electric.
Just let him wear what he wants to wear, do what he wants to do, say what he wants to say. Don't even tell him without pulling a sword.
Yeah.
Just let him walk out there. There will be a sword in a thing.
Yeah. Give him
see what he does.
No, give him pull the sword.
Whatever he does is going to be more interesting than whatever you plan for him to do.
Yeah. Give him the sword. Let him pull the sword. Give him a hot mic. And the next 60 seconds are yours in front of the Bailey.
Right. Because you can always have the announcer just say, like, by the way, everybody, fruity language is not appropriate in FC Cincinnati and Major League Soccer.
Oh, wait, hold on. Even better.
Okay.
Have him sing the national anthem.
Yes.
And then go pull the sword.
Did he do the national anthem? I know he did Battle Hymn of the Republic.
He did Battle Hymn of the Republic. I don't know if he did the national anthem.
Oh, man, let him do the national anthem.
Or worst case scenario, Battle Hymn of the Republic before national anthem, not unlike Canadian national anthem or Black national anthem. Yes.
I mean, it's about, okay, pass on the rest of my sentence.
Don't worry about it. I got you, fam. I just think that that number one, we should, as Grayson said, we should be celebrating people who are achieving dubs in all walks of life. Number two, FC Cincinnati as an organization needs a little bit more swag. And that means a few more cool people like showing up at games, being seen, just something to get people feeling right about the club again. And to me, like on the MLS broadcast, a shot of Afroman in the American flag suit in the owner's box next to Jeff Birding and Carl, right there, that brings people together in this country. That is something that you'll see posted on social media. That's a point of pride about your club where it's like, hell yeah, we're standing up for the Bill of Rights in this organization.
And I think also as like a coming together moment, I think this was my half stipulation. I don't know the exact police department. I don't know if it was the county sheriffs or
it was Adams County Sheriffs.
It was Adams County Sheriff. Talking about the Afroman thing.
Yeah. Yes. I would ask that the Adams County Sheriff's Department is the color guard.
No. I would ask them to be the color guard and then deny them access to the grounds. Like these don't look like real tickets, man. Did you buy these from somewhere? Because these look fugazi.
I feel like their zeal to be the color guard is what got them in trouble.
Oh no! They're too good at the job. Is the problem?
Right. Or in true Afroman fashion, I was going to invite the Adams County Sheriffs to be the color guard, but then I got high.
I'm not saying this is a deal breaker, but this is a fun little ingredient to add to the cocktail that we're making here. It's Kids Day on Sunday. So.
Afroman loves them kids, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
I was gonna focus on improving XG, but then I got high. I was gonna fix the offense, but then I got high. I was gonna pick up Cappy in the midfield, but then I got high.
I mean, really and truly, I was gonna pick up Christian Espinosa's option, but then I got high.
That might have actually happened.
Yeah. That's things that I was gonna complete this investigation into Ernst Tanner, but then I got high.
I was going to release the tapes, but then I got high.
Yeah. I was going to give the refs this pizza, but then I got high.
Oh, man. Hey, speaking of release the tapes, shout out to our regional highway camera system for giving us fairly uneventful and lackluster video of what was ultimately.
Are we going to really talk about FC Cincinnati? I thought we were just going to do like a full 30 minutes on Afroman and how badass he is.
I thought about it.
Yeah.
There was a thing that was potentially a thing and then ended up not being a thing.
We were really close to getting an incredibly juicy story. And instead we got, it was kind of a bummer moment for a dude we're rooting for.
Yeah. I have two thoughts on the Kevin Denkey
story. Everyone knows your thoughts.
Nobody know. That's not true.
No,
not everybody.
Everyone knows your thoughts.
Not everyone is on the Discord. It only seems like everyone is on the Discord.
You were out on Twitter. And
yeah. Not everybody's on X, the everything app. That's all happening on X.
You kind of
let me lay the groundwork at least.
Pitch there.
Let me lay the groundwork. Kevin Denkey wrecked, if not totaled, his orange Lamborghini.
He definitely wrecked. Totaled is a term that the insurance adjuster will use. There is no doubt that he wrecked his Lamborghini.
And quick Googling and reading one entire website from a unknown insurance company would tell me that you come to an agreed upon value for your car when it comes to insuring a supercar. So he might not be totally screwed, but they haggle over the price of the car or how much of the car they're willing to insure. They Nick Hagland over it.
Yeah. It's the closest Nick Hagland will ever get to a Lamborghini, incidentally.
You can rent.
I bet he's touched it.
Like, I bet he's been real careful about not dinging it when he parks his Toyota Corolla next to it.
Just very careful. But yeah, this happened at 1:30 in the morning on Monday, which would have been overnight Sunday into Monday, after the FC Cincinnati epic loss in New England. Happens at 1:30 in the morning. He has a passenger. Nobody is hurt. He was back in training. No issue. It did look like every airbag inside of that car went off. It fired. No alcohol involved.
Popcorn.
Oh yeah, probably. And then
remember that SNL skit with like the the airbag popcorn
while you're waiting for the emergency services
from like the 90s.
Yes, it was definitely the Will Ferrell era, I think. So
whatever. Okay.
Late 90s, early 2000s.
Proceed.
But yeah, nobody's hurt, nobody's injured, no alcohol was involved. I think they ruled out speeding. It was storming, and so the car hydroplanes and goes completely sideways into the wall of the highway. So if there's video online, you can find it. It, like I said, it's kind of boring. It's just a car is driving and then suddenly it is going sideways. It's not all that interesting, but it happened.
Respect to the cars that stopped before and after him.
Yes, I thought that as well. They saw that in.
There seemed to be some like good Samaritans.
Good Samaritans, or people,
maybe we're his friends. I don't know.
I mean, maybe we're his friends, or also people where it's like, well, there's something you don't see every day: a $300,000 car hitting the side barrier here in Cincinnati, Ohio.
$800,000.
800,000. I'm shorting a little bit of cash. Fair. I haven't priced a Lamborghini lately. Hand up. That's on me.
Well, in this economy,
right?
Post the Strait of Hormuz situation.
Right. I can't even imagine what the tariffs are like on that thing.
I wonder if Kevin, when he agreed on a price with his insurance company, he priced in going to war with Iran.
The import costs on a Lamborghini.
It's going to be impossible to get one of these. It's going to be impossible to get one of these from Italy at this point. Have you seen the shipping costs?
Yeah, he might not be replacing this with a foreign car. So
it'd be really funny to see him roll into practice the next time in like a Ford Taurus. You know?
Sorry, the Enterprise wrap on it.
Yeah.
He's got a Volkswagen Jetta that was manufactured in Tennessee in like 8 billion Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Or like he's driving somebody's minivan that they're lending him for a couple of weeks. So he's like rolling up in like a Toyota Sienna, like 130,000 miles on it, and 2 car seats in the back.
He just takes the cash and then rides with Nick.
Yeah, right. Actually, he Ubers to work from now on. It's cheaper than getting a replacement. What's the safest car we could put him in? Is it like a Volvo sedan? A Volvo SUV is probably
a Subaru, right? Isn't it?
The Subaru SUV.
Clearly a Subaru.
Okay.
I mean, the safest car might be just like getting him a Tesla and having it drive itself places at this point.
But yeah, so
Rivian.
The fear of this being a thing, right? A DUI, a speeding situation. It wasn't any of that. 1:30 at night, wrecking the Lambo. Chief, I'll grant you, for a team low on vibes.
Yeah, it's a shithead athlete move.
It's a bummer.
It's a bummer.
It's a bummer, especially if you own the $800,000 car. But no, it's like my whole thing with this was just sort of, it is just a shithead look. Like it's a shithead move to be out at 1:30 in the morning driving your Lamborghini after your team gets fucking pasted in a road game. Just go home, man.
You gotta get home somehow.
Just go. No, yeah, you do. You should have gone home at like 8 when the team flight landed.
I don't know anybody's life. I think this is just, you know what? Stuff happens sometimes.
Yeah.
It's a bad look.
It could have been
it's a thing.
Look. It's a thing. It's a bad look. It's a bad look. It's not the end of the world.
It's not a bad look.
Wrecking an $800,000 Lamborghini at 1:30 in the morning after your team gets absolutely like pecker smacked on a road game against one of the worst teams in MLS. It's just a shitty look. No one needs you out and driving your fancy car after that. Like
it's bad timing, but it's also just like stuff happens sometimes.
Chief, so it was raining, if not storming.
It was storming.
If this happens at 9:30 at night on the way back from the airport, are you completely okay? Does it completely change it? Is it merely the time of day? Okay.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, being out at 1:30 in the morning. Like, look, this is.
I don't know what was going on.
There's nothing good happens after midnight. Everybody knows this. Everyone's parents told them this. I will tell you,
the only bad look about any of this, and I think this is a real source of Chiefs' ire on it, is not just us, by the way.
No.
The team disinformationed on this.
This is accurate. I'm not
gonna say who, and I'm not gonna say who else I know, but I know that we got disinformation. I know that multiple other people who asked independently were told that it was not Kevin Denkey and not his car.
Yeah. And I don't believe, to be clear, I don't believe that the people, at least that I spoke to about this, I don't believe I was lied to about this. I believe that there were people in the club who were, the left hand was not telling the right hand what was going on.
I agree. I don't think the person who told you that was lying to you. I think that person was lied to. And I talked to
not
somebody,
just person, two persons.
People. Yep. Yeah. And I talked to somebody who you didn't talk to, who also was lied to about the situation. So that's a bad look.
I think it'd be okay.
If you can say we don't know.
Yes, you can. Yeah. That's an option.
Or don't answer my question. Like if I ask you a direct question, like, "Hey, was this Kevin Denkey?" Just leave me on red. I'm nobody. Like, just don't say anything.
To deny it, and shout out to the apparently very well connected Cincinnati car community. Just if you have a car, you get to be a part of this community.
That is Grayson is right. That is a small source of ire, is that these weirdos had more information about this than I did, and these people are weirdos. So
and shout out to Laurel.
Yes.
Who got the info directly from the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office.
Brilliant.
And a source who was there.
Yeah. She's a better reporter than I will ever be, because all I was doing was just refreshing courtclerk.org to see if anyone wrote a ticket to Kevin Denkey. that was as far as I was willing to go to double check.
It pop up on a scanner.
Great work.
Yeah.
When she dropped that bombshell.
Oh my God, man,
that was real reporting. Like, I don't know if it would have come out if she hadn't that is different from, I guess I assume it would have come out eventually, but that is different from like transfer stuff, because like eventually you find out who plays for the team.
Yeah.
Right. Cause they have to like play, they have to like announce the roster and all that stuff. And so like if somebody says like, oh, FC Cincinnati is signing like this guy, it's like, okay, you got it. And the team is going to tell us all in an hour.
Right. You found out because they're drafting the press release.
Right.
Yeah.
But this was, what do they call it? What's the thing with like feet on the ground reporting?
Boots on the ground. Shoe leather express.
Shoe leather.
Yeah. Shoe leather.
Some shoe leather reporting. Is it from our own Laurel Failer, friend of the.
I'll push back on this a little bit.
I'll take a little bit of credit for that scoop.
Yeah,
our own.
All right.
Been on the postcast.
No, disavow.
I will push back.
She's disavowing us. I'm not disavowing.
Right. If I was Laurel, I'd disavow us too.
Yeah.
Oh, she's definitely disavowing us.
No doubt. I wouldn't want to be associated with us either.
I think she disavows us like unprompted.
Yeah, no. We're referred to as those assholes.
Laurel Queen City Press, not from the Post, by the way.
Right.
That's
Never
actually
met
part
him.
of the byline.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. Disavow. I will push back just a little bit on that. Part of like what I think is the annoyance about the club disinformationing on this is that Laurel got the story and it was good work by her getting the story, but there was no way that an accident that generates an accident report, which is a public record pursuant to the Ohio Public Records Act, was ever going to be kept a secret.
Yeah.
Like, eventually, this was going to come out, and it benefits precisely no one to lie about it or to disinformation about this, because at some point, someone who wants to get this information will be able to get this information. They cannot call the cops and say, hey, would you do us a solid and just never release this accident report if somebody asks for it? Yeah. Quite literally against the law.
I guess there's a world where
I do think FC Cincinnati has certain expectations about how much they can dictate what police reports say and what police reports get out. I'm not going to elaborate on that.
They have feelings.
I would not be surprised if somebody in the room thought that they could keep this from ever seeing the light of day.
I think there's a version of this, and Chief, you would know better than I would, but like, let's say the car is not in his name. I don't know if he could set up an LLC that owns the car, and his passenger either was not the passenger, or we can change seats real quick before anybody really looks at it, and he's no longer the driver. I don't know if there's a version of this where his name isn't attached to the official paperwork.
Now, see, if the car is bigger on the inside, you can pull the old switcheroo. I'm guessing
Lambo's
a Lambo. It's going to be tricky to not be on camera pulling the switcheroo. The only thing that I'm curious about was the disinformationing at the direction of the club, or was the disinformationing like the club called Kevin and they're like, hey, man, did you get into a crash? No. Why do you ask? I'm fine. Everything's cool. The Lambo's fine. Purring like a kitten. I'm
going to say not the latter.
I'm guessing not either, but
because Laurel in her story said one of her sources was like somebody who was present at the incident.
No, what I mean, though, is that like I know that's one of her sources, but what I'm saying, though, is that when the club disinformations.
Yeah, but why would Kevin tell the club that it wasn't his car and it wasn't him, and then he and or his agent just tells Laurel like, yeah, by the way, that was definitely me.
I guess there's a chance that one of those good Samaritans was the source, right?
Possible,
an FTC fan reaches out to Laurel like, yo, I helped Kevin out of his crashed Lambo.
Right. No, I'm just saying that, like, you know, when like
the story of the Weigels was just like following it was just like following Denkey. It was like, hey, Laurel, it was definitely Kevin.
I know it was Kevin.
I pulled over right behind him and put my flashers on.
He was pitted into the wall by Lucho Acosta.
I was following him because I was going to tell him about like a great deal on like HVAC, and then I saw him wipe out.
Oh God!
We should probably note that we're happy Kevin is safe, and we're happy that he is not injured.
Yeah, it's only funny because he's okay.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And because he joked about it, so you can joke about it. He posted that thing that he's like grateful for life of him like filling up the Lambo that doesn't exist anymore. Like if he thinks it's funny, we think it's funny.
Somebody was doing the math in the Reddit Discord. It was Paul. Paul says, okay, so he makes let's say 3.8 million in salary. Take home, that's probably just a hint under 2 million.
Yeah, he spends more than I would be comfortable spending, even on his salary.
Yeah, I'm not going to pocket watch him though.
No,
so,
no. The car is $600,000 to $800,000. That's a good chunk of the old yearly salary. About a third gone in one thing. Now, granted, he made money before this. He will make money after this. But yes, as a considerable
and
chunk
he got a piece of that. You got a piece of that transfer fee.
Oh yeah. Typical
so maybe
10%.
He just bought it with the transfer fee.
He almost bought it on the highway because he can't drive the fucking car. So maybe you should try something with all-wheel drive.
Yeah, I worry about that too. Like, I don't pocket watch, but like back when like T. Higgins was on his rookie deal, I was talking to a buddy of mine who's like a car guy. And my buddy knows like the guy who runs like the garage that like T keeps his cars at. And he was telling me about like all the cars that like T had. I was like, he's a second round draft pick. He's on his rookie deal. Is he going to be okay? Like I was like genuinely, I was like not anymore, obviously, right. But like I was genuinely concerned about what T. Higgins was doing with his money.
Yeah,
because like my goodness,
yeah.
Like,
given how the FC Cincinnati offense looks, I would probably tell Kevin maybe a little bit more modestly priced on your automobiles because the second contract might not be as big as the current one at this rate.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Maybe the next Lambo could be blue, so we can have.
Also, go to bed. Go to bed.
I don't know what he was doing. Maybe he was talking to Pat Noonan real late.
Yeah,
maybe.
My theory is, Chief,
maybe they were talking about like all the stuff that they should have been doing.
Do we know anything about the passenger, by the way?
No,
not a clue.
All right, no.
And I'll leave it that way.
I don't know. You'd have to ask Laurel, and she's not going to tell you.
No.
Chief, I got some positive.
I guess we don't know if it was a passenger. It might have been the Weigel that was following him.
That's true.
Right.
Chief, spin zone.
No
rise and grind. 1:30 in the morning. He's up and working out, baby. That's when the morning routine starts.
I will say this. If somebody told me he was on his way to the facility at 1:30 in the morning, I'd completely change my opinion of everything that's going on right here. The direction of travel matters.
But
like he tried to go to bed and he was so sick at the thought of how badly he and the team performed that he was going to the facility to start working out at 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
sure. The narrative changes immediately at that point.
You know who the passenger was? We know who it was now. It was Evan, because Denkey needed to go get some reps in, and he picked up the goalkeeper. Well, we do have. Oh God, where did that go? Where did it go? There it is.
We've nothing.
We've got Patreon questions.
Oh shit!
Gentlemen.
Okay, let's go.
And I think I have a way for you guys to be able to hear this as well. So here we go with our first March Patreon question. If you want to support us on Patreon, please do so. You get to ask us a question in addition to a bunch of other benefits. So here you go. Here is the first one. Let's see if this works.
Hey fellas, Postman here. I noticed only one of the 12 responded to your February request. So I thought I'd give you one more, and I thought I'd go the opposite way. Something I dreaded, but turned out amazing, was a road trip with the family a couple summers ago. Nearly 5,000 miles on the car. As some of the listeners know, I have quite a few kids, and so driving that many miles across the country was kind of daunting, but I'm married to an amazing woman who was excellently prepared, and we visited 3 national parks, and just had a great time exploring this country and showing it off to the kids.
Hell yeah!
Yeah. So as long as you're prepared, anybody can tackle anything. So I'd also like to use this time to ask you guys a question. It can be for January or February or March. I don't care. I haven't used any of them yet.
Nice.
So my question is, Chief has said multiple times that your coach is like your 4th DP. And so I was curious if you guys think Noonan is worth DP money or not. I'll take my answer off the air. Bye.
First time, long time.
I love that question.
I will say to that question, I think Noonan was worth the DP money in that I don't know how many people could have turned around FC Cincinnati the way that Noonan did. I now think we're in a situation where the jury is out as to whether he is still worth the DP money or whether they can go out and do better to get a DP that more fits what the team's needs are right now. So I guess TBD.
Yeah. I agree with Chief. I think the job that Noonan did the first 2 seasons is undeniable. Obviously there's been a lot of turnover and there's been a lot of other people who have had influence on the team since 23. But if you look at 24, 25, and so far in 26, feels like the team has gotten farther from its goals each year. And that's, I don't know. I don't really, I'm not really prepared to like put the blame specifically on any one person for that.
Yeah.
But, it's like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm with Chief.
I think in the spirit of, is he worth a DP spot, in the context of MLS? Absolutely. There are certainly DP players that can even do like a good job for you that for one reason or another, it becomes time to move on. Like just because a DP is performing, it can slide over time for sure. But you still might move on from them for one reason or another. So, but I think he's worth a DP, especially in MLS. Like, it's not a league necessarily full of surefire playoff winners and top 5 finishers. So, but good question. I like that one. All right, next question.
Hear my voice
here
for the first time on the podcast, and it turns out I was actually very disappointed to hear my own voice. And I don't know how unsettling it is for you guys to hear your own voice. So my question for March is, do you actually like the sound of your voice? I definitely don't. Thank you. Bye.
No, I don't.
I love Kevin's voice. I think Kevin is the only person on this show that has like an actual like media voice.
Kevin has a good voice. I hate hearing my voice. I have to listen to my voice all the time for different reasons, and I hate it. Yeah.
I was reading a thing on the internet the other day about somebody that took a lot of mushrooms, and as a result, the inner monologue voice in their head turned to a different gender for over 2 years.
Oh.
So it is like a thing, right? Like your voice sounds different in your head than it does on recording. And so that's maybe the biggest disappointment is like sometimes I'll think that I sounded really good in something and then I'll listen to it and be like, and I'm like, me.
That is probably the biggest thing is your voice. At least for men, I can't speak for women or this is probably the one time you can actually say this, females in this case. But for men, your voice is usually deeper in your head than it is in reality. I think it's just like literally the acoustics of like hearing your voice through the vibrating of the internal side of your vocal cords vibrating your inner ear. I think it's something to do with that. I will say this. It sucks. If you only hear yourself every once in a while, it's the worst.
Yeah.
The best thing to do, and like as somebody who has to edit these things, I have gotten to the point where my internal voice and what I think I sound like on recordings is about the same. Like if you listen to it enough, it blends enough and you sort of get over it.
Remember that time you gave me a lisp for like 2 episodes?
Riverside gave you a lisp.
That was unsettling.
I was able to commiserate with a couple other podcasters about this in a super secret podcasters only Discord. And Riverside editing tools suck ass. I thought we were going to save so much time using Riverside, and we do, just not as much time because the editing tools are terrible. So there you go. Sorry about the lisp, Chief, but if you ever want it back, let me know. It's way faster to give you a lesson.
All right, next thing.
Next question
from Bailey and Drum. I was wondering if I could host a show. I'll hang up and listen.
Keep an eye out. Keep an eye out in your podcast feeds for that one.
Hi, this is Mike. Yesterday on Reddit, Matt Doyle said that he'd only ever had one MLS fan threaten to kill him, and it was an Orlando City fan. Can you guys discuss whether or not we have failed? What's your thoughts are on that?
I don't think we need to threaten to kill Matt Doyle. I think our club's refusal to play academy prospects does that job for us.
Matt knows where he stands with FC Cincinnati's fan base, and I think the threat is implied at all times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But please don't threaten to kill people, especially on the internet.
Definitely on the internet. It's the best place to threaten people.
I mean, if you want to be punished for it, it's certainly the best.
You can make predictions about things that might happen if certain events transpire, but don't threaten anybody.
I mean, that'd be the real sicko way to do it in the year of our Lord 2026 is just open a prediction market on will Matt Doyle be killed by a fan this year?
Like, I wouldn't do that because someone might do this. That's fine to say.
Right.
If you do that, then I'll do this. No.
Conditional threats, man. It's the get out of jail free card of the legal system.
We love America. Us and Afroman love America.
Yeah.
Insert whitest kids you know kill the president.
Oh, that's really funny. It's actually illegal to say I want to kill the president. I'm going to kill the president or whatever.
Very illegal. Super illegal to show you a diagram of the best way to do it. Don't do that. But it is legal to say we have a group that meets under the Brooklyn Bridge. Okay, next question here.
Well, hello there. This is James calling in after a 3-0 win by the boys. A great physical.
Nowhere to go but down, James.
My question to you guys is, what is the most violent thing that you have ever done? Now, it doesn't have to be intentional. For example, my answer would be in high school when I was playing baseball, I hit a kid in the head with a fastball. Not intentional, but violent. So that's my question to you guys, and fuck Columbus.
Love that.
I love that. I also just noticed, so it's a Google Voice number, if people don't know, and it gives us a little transcript. That's okay. But I just noticed it has censored there. Interesting.
Yeah, turn off safe settings, Kevin, so we can see the full uncensored transcript here.
Apparently. Chief, what's the most violent thing you've ever done?
I don't know.
When I killed a guy once.
Where do you want to start? I was a fight guy in my way younger years. Like I got into a few fist fights when I was in, grade school, middle school, high school. And then at some point you sort of age out of that. And I've sort of been more of a jackass than an actually violent person.
That's
I did smack a friend of mine's kid in the face with a door accidentally on Sunday. When it was like really windy out, I didn't realize that he was following me. And like I opened the door to this place we were having a birthday party at, and the wind just took it and slammed it shut, and it just like smashed the kid right in the forehead. I had to turn around and be like, oh my God, I didn't see you there. But yeah, so that's my most recent violent escapade. I don't really take full credit for that. I do believe that it was a little windy out, so I really don't know that that's entirely me. I'm more of a heckler. I heckled a lot at sporting events when I was, an adult. That was my version. I had people threaten to fight me because I was getting rather personal with the heckling. I was a big fan of just picking the most random guy on the sidelines at a college football game and just heckling them relentlessly like the reserve long snapper. And sometimes their parents were at the game and they didn't really like that. So
you got to be careful with this.
You do have to. Yeah.
Grace, what's the most violent thing you've ever done?
So I like Chief was a little bit of a fight guy.
Okay.
Growing up. But I've been trampled by a bull.
So the participation of
I don't think I've talked about this on the podcast. I did the running with the bulls years and years ago. And my plan was
running of the bulls, like in Spain,
in Pamplona.
Yeah.
And my plan was, so you start off, there's kind of a straight way. There's a straight run.
Okay.
And they turn them, but the straightaway like keeps going a little bit, and there's like a fence. And my plan was, I'm just going to run the straightaway, keep going, hop on the fence, and then I'm going to miss the all turn. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay? Great plan.
But some guys got like on the side of me, and I got kind of shoved along the turn. And had to turn down the road. And suddenly I wake up and I'm like, what happened?
And running with the bulls, you're suddenly not running with the bulls. What happened?
I get up and I'm like, and like my friend is like over me, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And I like go get like I'm like bleeding, like my hands are like bleeding and stuff. So like I get like treated by like a medic and whatever, and then go get the bus back to the town I was staying in. And I'm like woozy. I've like tied my scarf around my arm to my arm is like really sore. So I like tied my scarf around my arm to kind of stabilize it. I've got like a little sling going. And this guy sitting across, like I'm on the bus, and this guy on the bus is like leads over. He's like, "Hey man, you need some Vicodin?" And I was like, "What?" And he's like,
nice.
He's like, "Well, I got some. It's like whatever." I was like, "Yeah, I think I got like hit out there." He's like, "Yeah, I saw it."
You definitely need some Vicodin, man.
Specifically because he saw what happened.
And like I turn it down, but I like fall asleep and like kind of sleep on the bus going back, which probably was a bad move.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to do that part.
I'm pretty sure I was concussed.
Yeah.
And like I don't know what's going on. I get back into like it was during my study abroad. I get back in my room and I get into some like I put on like athletic shorts and like a t-shirt, and I got some studying to do. So my friend comes down the hall and she's like reading me our like reading, because like I can't really like look at it. And then I'm like on my back on the bed and my shorts start to ride up, and she's like, "What is that?" And I look, and like there's a hoof print on the back of my thigh. Like literally like a bruise that is in the shape of a hoof. I later find one on my like other butt cheek.
But you didn't break like a leg bone or anything?
And then no. And then wow. And then another one of our friends comes in and she's like, "You got to see this." and we go, and she's got like a videotape. So we go to like the AV room, and she puts on like the videotape of the day. And sure enough, the bulls are going down the street. One of them breaks off to the side and is just like crushing people. And then I see myself just like look at, like, not a care in the world. It hits me right in the back. I'm like between the horns. I just see like my head just like shoot back, and it goes flat down.
Do you have this footage? Does this footage exist anywhere?
It is on YouTube.
I'm hearing Grayson's on YouTube.
Sparing no, I am taking tomorrow off to find this footage.
And so I guess that's like the most extreme moment. I guess that's the most extreme moment of violence I've been involved with in my life.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, you win.
Oh, we got to get Laurel on finding this footage. She would get it.
Yeah, Pablo Torre can find it out.
Yeah. I've done some hunting and fishing in my day, so probably killing a small animal. So
save the rest of these, Kevin, for Sunday, I think.
Yeah, we'll have some time for the rest of these. Just to I minimized the wrong screen there. Just to make sure we get it in, because we will not have another episode before it happens. We need some predictions for tomorrow or today, ideally, as you're listening to this, as to how things will go in Monterrey versus Tigres. Apparently, something Chief and I both missed the start of the episode last time. But Grayson, would you like to offer us a?
Because we have to have predictions not only on this, but we also have a game against Montreal on Sunday that we will not be.
Well, that's what I was going to offer you, Chief. I am committed to this. Going live after the game tomorrow. We'll go live on YouTube. Right. If it's a win, it'll be short. If it's long, it might go long. Or if it's a loss, it might go long. So
yeah. All right, I'll save my doom prediction, which what I think my narrative plus prediction, which would be, I'll start with the Tigres.
Okay.
Which is, I believe that we will lose this match 2-0.
Okay.
But advance.
Fine. That's fine.
And setting up the potential for we continue to advance in CONCACAF, but lose to Tigres and lose to Montreal in back-to-back games. No. And it's just the narrative is at warp 7 then at that point, and I'm all in on it.
That'll be tough. Grayson, we've got a 2-0 loss to Tigres, but advancing. What would you predict happens tomorrow?
Yeah, that sounds right to me.
Okay.
I'll go 3-1.
Hey, you're going to get a goal. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That feels good. Grayson, since you will not have the opportunity to do this, would you like to throw out a prediction against Montreal?
Yeah, we win 1-0.
Okay, cool. That'll work. I will say it is a 2-2 draw in Monterrey.
Yeah, I'm going to share you guys.
I think that is respectful.
Right around 46, 47 seconds.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Here.
So go to like 42 and watch.
Okay.
Oh, are you on the right side of the screen there?
On the right side of the screen, yeah.
Oh, no. That's not good.
That's tough.
Yeah, I'm like the last one in that line there.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
squished.
That's tough look. Hell yeah.
Dear God. But I will also say 1-0 win against Montreal. So there you go. We've done it. And Grayson has released the tape. So look at us.
Wow.
That's not how we sign this one off.
We can share that one.
Good.
We can share that one in the Discord if we want. Maybe on the Patreon channel.
Patreon exclusive.
It's funnier each time. Yeah, Patreon exclusive is where this needs to live right here. Because you can't be identified from it, which is funny. Correct. And
yeah, this is very funny too.
Oh my God, you got clocked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got creamed.
I'm just happy we have Grayson. It could have been bad.
Fuck Columbus.
The Cincy Postcast is a production of The Post Cincy. You can check us out online at thepostcincy.com. You can also follow us on Twitter and Blue Sky, Facebook, and Instagram. Twitter and Blue Sky, though, you'll find we're a little more active than the other places. We're also on YouTube, where you can listen to this episode if you aren't listening to it already. We are also putting up video content semi-regularly, including the Away Days series. We want to give a huge thank you to Jim Trace and the Makers for providing the music for this episode. They're a lovely band, and you can find more information out about them in the description of this episode. And if you happen to enjoy what you just heard, can I please ask that you like us, that you rate us on whatever app you're listening to, and maybe more importantly than all of that, share this episode with a friend. When it comes up at work, you're talking about FC Cincinnati, I say, hey, I listened to an FC Cincinnati podcast. I think you guys will like it. It would really, really help us out. Nothing helps a podcast travel more than a good recommendation from a friend, family member. That would be awesome. When it comes to the sorting algorithms that control our lives, a 5-star review would be much appreciated. Also, leaving a sort of written review weirdly does more than that. That's how the algorithms work. So maybe say a nice or a mean thing, whatever. Just as long as you give us 5 stars, that'll really, really, really help us out. And if you are looking for more MLS content, check out our other podcast, The World's Gam. Again, a link will be in the description of this episode. That is where we touch on league-wide storylines and news, and we talk about other games and a couple other teams in there as well. I think you will enjoy it if you are just dipping your toes into Major League Soccer. A huge thank you to all of our sponsors. A even bigger thank you to all of our patrons over at Patreon. But maybe most importantly, thank you for listening to this episode.